Okay. Alright, so last time we ran around Free World back together and are now in a business of putting together something that resembles an economy for the pirates. So let's go do that. Oh. Screen cradle. Pew, 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 pew. Ah. I'll take that. If only to resell. The Laughing Gozer. What's a gozer? Oh, whatever it is, it's dead now. That's everyone. Alright. Waiting for you in the spaceport are two Behemoth heavy freighters. Okay. Behemoth have like 400 tons, right? So 800 tons of material is enough to make a whatever the heck we're making. Well, I mean, 1/3 of the cargo space is outfit space, which means that it's not even 800, it's less. Alright, whatever. Well, let's hire the crew. Say bye-bye to army. Oh. On deep, okay. Yeah. As long as both fighters land on the planet without being captured or destroyed, we will be able to begin the construction project and bloody blah. Cool. Well, considering how a mission like this would work, I will not be surprised that the last step has unpleasantness behind it. Ah, I should have carried some cargo too. Yep. You guys can take care of that. I will go land. Few of the locals on Bloodsea appear surprised that we actually brought the supplies for a new spaceport. Well, I mean, and that you arrived with all the supplies intact. Do you not see the size of my fleet, sir? After meeting up with Alondo, they agreed to hold their side of the bargain. From now, Bloodsea will do the sensible thing. And they will refuse to knowingly harbor any criminals, which means that they will be able to plead innocence by pretending that they don't. Start selling dreadnoughts. Yay. It's done with Zug, so we will need to go to Zug again. Alright. It might be fun to buy a few dreadnoughts just for the sake of, like, you know, having a few dreadnoughts, I guess. But, I mean, it's not as if we need the fleet power. Time dilation is weird. Because for us, 3 days have passed. For everybody else in the fleet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's been 5 days since they saw us. Is that everyone? We have one hauler that's behind. There he is. Okay. Churning out dreadnoughts now. 1 a week. For a ship this big, that is quite impressive, yeah. Like, modern large shipbuilding is, like, measured in, what, years? Or at least a year? Yeah. Great job, Freya. I'm glad to have a talented engineer on the council to help get things done. Let's heap on the praise here. A concrete solvable problem for a change? Yeah, I can relate. So all this next political stuff. Next step will be to visit JJ. He's going to be doing the diplomatic outreach to Albatross. JJ specifically asked for JJ. They're a very traditional population, and JJ is well known as both a family man and a brave soldier, whereas Alondo is Alondo. Fair enough. Let's go to Dancer. Like any explanation where it's like, well, someone is someone, that's a good sign that you don't really want to push the issue any further, because you're weird. Alright, so then, let's see. 18,1 and 7,000, basically. Versus a traditional cruiser, which is 19,6 and 6,000. So it's got shittier shields, but better hull. On the flip side, if you're going at hull in the first place, well, like, fundamentally, hull does not recover in battle. So, yeah. It's a little bigger. It comes at natural fuel capacity of 600, which is nice. 4.5 instead of 6.4. And it has the weapon space to maybe make use of that. So by that logic, for the purposes of our fleet and the battle cruisers, yeah, for the purposes of our fleet, I suppose these guys will be also heavy cruisers then. I don't actually have good names for these heavy cruisers. Oh, that's a pickle. These are named after, well, they're named after Japanese ships. These are not named yet because I just made up these names. So okay, I suppose I can do that. Hang on, this is easier to check. So we have American ships. I mean, I guess I can name them after you know, Eugen Hipper, but there's only 2 of them. So let's just buy 2 then. Alrighty. Oops. So it has plasma turrets. Yeah, okay. I mean, there's not much I can do here, right? So strip out all that cargo expansion, all that cargo space, because we really don't need it. Don't really need the tactical scanners either, because you guys don't need to scan. Get rid of the small jammer. Get a big jammer. Um, 74, 125, too big. 15, okay, give it a little more turning, even though it's got turrets up the ass right now. And give it as much shields as it can carry. Cool. Alright. And, of course, move them up to the top of the list because that qualifies as organization. Yeah, no. Why are we going to Sargas? Because it's the last jump to Dancer. Cool. I'm holding back just a little bit because I'm worried that Sargas has, targets. Oh look, it has targets. Right. And that was only one. That only counted as one fleet that we fought against. Jesus Christ. Alright. Also should have not forgotten to carry stuff. Let's go. Alright. Flames of Vulcan, Rabbit Ruin, all dead. Super dead. Is everyone here? Yes, we are. Okay, she looks exhausted. Our scouts are reporting that the Navy is building up a massive base on New Iceland, just a few jumps away from here. So every day I look up at the sky and wonder if today's the day when they will invade. I mean... don't you find out before it happens, right? Like, the entire point of sensors is that they give you information before the main things get here, right? You agree with... Talk for a while and agree that despite the threat from the Navy, dealing with the pirates is more important. Okay, Albatross started as a farming commune, independent, but not associated with any illegal activity, but then violence. Alright. Cancer better warning. I mean, we should really just push the Tundra, right, and take that. Of course, if New Iceland has the base, then obviously we can't do that anymore, but, you know, it's the thought that counts. You are here with 100 escorts. We have 100 ships now, huh? So, I mean, could I leave some of my ships here? I mean, obviously the game doesn't, you know, doesn't let you do that. Right? Like, it's not reflected in the plot for obvious reasons, but... Be nice to be like, hey, I have 100 ships, here, have 80 of them. This is your new defense fleet. Oh, look. More prey. Heart of Darkness, Gore Silver, Trap of Betrayal, Death's Head, and Feds. Crap. I should get myself a different looking ship, just so that I don't keep losing myself in melees. Oops. Anyways, let's get all this. Not for any good reason, just because I can. Alright, that's one. Dang it. I'm a little too greedy. That's... yeah, probably a Fetty ship. Going by its signature, it's probably a Fetty ship. No, I was wondering why that thing was there. Like, those ships tend to not be normal for like a pirate. Okay, so a Marauder Falcon. Oof, if it's up on this list, if it's high up on this list, that means it was a better, not really a better ship, but like a member of the fleet that was not freshly captured. So sorry for its loss. Blood, and that's it. Okay. All right. We need to trade ships a little bit. So, what makes you different from any pirate protection that comes in here demanding our money in return for protection? Do you not see the size of my fleet, sir? Let JJ answer that. Complains about the Senate, that each world has a say in how the free world income is spent, and we will not take your children as slaves or force you to work in factories producing illegal drugs. I feel like that's probably like one of the bigger sells here. Seems to me that your council folks are the real rulers and your Senate is a figurehead, so I don't call that true democracy. I mean, yeah, but in a true democracy you would still be outvoted, right? Because it's still, you know, the farming population of one planet versus all of Zug. And industrial sectors tend to have a higher population density than agrarian settlements. Anyways, they're still better than Bartlett. If free worlds can free us from him, we'll at least give their new government a try. Okay. Alright. Oath Keepers. I have bad news that concern you. Commander Guyen, who was with you when one of the Alphas was apprehended, has been assassinated. Shot in the head at point-blank range. His attacker has not been found. Okay. Alright. That's a little worrisome. Also, not all my ships are here. Ah. Anyways, we, Zeta Aquile, we need to go up there, and we need to go kill Heartbreak 1. Alright then. It's a bit of a waste of materials to just pawn it off here, but... okay. Yeah, bit of a waste of material. Alright, so everybody gets parked because we're jumping in. I'm gonna meet like a billion marauders, aren't I? Yeah. Oh, well, I should be like beefy enough to stand some of these hits, so... go down. Stop laying on the damage, Jesus. Yep. There is like a maximum range in which the AI will pursue you, and we just gone past that. So that is arguably like not really a good way to save yourself, but as the battle continues, you know, it's nice. That's the Dread. Okay, that's the Bastion. Just you. All right, come here. Wish I had torpedoes right about now. On one hand, I want it. On the other hand, I can't really keep it, I don't think. Right? 4 jumps. 1, 2... I mean, we're not going to be able to keep it. So let's not bother. Ow, 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 ow. Can't really win that fight. Stop launching. Jesus. Like, take a hint. When the elders on Albatross learn that we have destroyed... Is it... I mean, it's... Rake? Reich, Bartlett, and freed them from rule. They grudgingly agree to join the Free Worlds. You know this man's badass when his first name contains no vowels, at least on a trial basis. You hope that you will be able to live up to the promises you have given them. A new set of surveillance satellites up and running in Alpha Array to monitor fleet activity. Okay. Alpha Array, where is that? Return to Danza. Oh, it's right here. It's a days of advanced warning, so not great probably, but also not bad either. All right, let's go. Be nice for advanced warning system told us about that, huh? Anywho. Yeah, we're not staying for this. Okay. Turns out that picking Bartlett has some unexpected side effects. Bartlett had been hounding the system on the northwest fringe of the Dirt Belt for years, had a lot of enemies. The governments of Rand and Oblivion are so grateful and they've reached out to us to begin the process of joining the Free Worlds. He was one pirate, and several other worlds in the region are interested too. Oof. Yep. And that's really awful timing and would have put us in a really bad tactical position, spread out with the Navy right in the middle. Yeah, so... as we saw, New Iceland is kinda 2 jumps away from Dancer, and I'm pretty sure these planets are basically like to the up and right of New Iceland. Well, I say, if they want to join us, we should let them. Who knows if they'll be this enthusiastic about the Free Worlds later if we let them down now. I mean... yeah. Number 2. I guess we should let them join. It will mean that we may need to launch an assault to drive the Navy off of New Iceland. If we do that, our tactical position shifts. A few carriers are in orbit around Rand, so they must suspect something. But the bulk of the Navy's fleet is still to the north and east of here. We'll take a few of our best ships to Zeta Aquilae and drive out the Navy. Alright, sounds like a good plan. Let's do it. Like, we are overextending ourselves, right? Like, there is no doubt about that. So, New Iceland is here. We are going here, right? It takes us it takes us 4 steps to go here. If they decide to attack, there is nothing we can do about it. Personally, I would much prefer to take my massive fleet and just go hit them. But obviously, that's like it would be interesting if the storyline is able to have that kind of flexibility, but you know, that's not how stories are written. Feels like it should be, but like that's a lot of effort to have that kind of granularity. Alright. I hope those Furies are not our best ships. I really sincerely hope. Alright. Let's go punch some face! Oh look, we punched them. We punched all the faces. They're all dead now. Whoops. Alright, so we can land now, yes? Is everyone here? Yep. Alright. Nearby systems are reporting no Navy interference. They seem to have been allowed to switch allegiances without any attempt by the Republic to stop them. Of course, because these are mining planets, not as necessary to the Republic's survival as the farming worlds on the other end of the dirt belt. I mean, that's like this is one of those things where, you know, you feel like maybe not enough consideration has been given to just the sustaining power of a planet as opposed to like just a region on Earth. And it's one of those, if you blow up the economics for what's on Earth to what's on several Earths, it doesn't quite translate. Anyways, Freya leaves the meeting to check up on her surveillance network. That's a good network. And rushes back a few minutes later. Yeah, the Navy just invented Delta Sagittaria and Rastaban. We're cut off from the rest of the free space. Our defense fleet was woefully outnumbered. Many ships were destroyed, and the rest flew back to the rim. Yay. So, what do we do? Part of our fleet to Terrazed. Let's regroup. Alright. I mean, yeah, we're council members, but if we die, they'll just elect new council members. That's not too important. Besides, I have faith in my ship. Okay, let's go to Terrazed. Oops. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Trade out the food. There's not much we can trade in here. Also, if this is supposed... No, this is a mining planet. Never mind. I was about to say, if it was like a farming planet, then why is food so high? But... And then I remember that I'm stupid. So, you know. It's all good. Alright, let's stop. Like, we're kind of stretched out now, so let's stop. Also... I mean, if the Navy woefully outnumbered us, then, like, they should be taking back all the planets that just turned, yeah? Or else marching directly to someplace like Zug. Because I don't think we have that much reserves. Story-wise, anyway. A Firebird is late, and, well, a lot of Firebirds are late, actually. Okay. Alright. Oh. Oh, right, because I'm carrying nerve gas. Right. JJ orders one of their communication officers to try to establish a secure link to Bourne or to any free roads. Okay, the Syndicate. What? Yesterday, a syndicate ship landed near our monastery, and the pilots sought refuge. He brings evidence that the syndicate, or some faction within the syndicate, was behind the attacks on Gemini and Martini. What? I mean, I won't bother asking why a syndicate would do that, because reasons, but what sort of evidence? Great deal of evidence. Plan for a nuclear device, data from underground testing, manufactured bomb casings, samples of fissile material. He named the planet where the development was done, Mutiny. How ironic. In the Gaia system, we hid a ship in a cave. A day later, a syndicate fleet appeared in orbit. That doesn't help. They do not know where the defector landed, but they say they will immediately destroy whatever settlement is harboring him unless he is returned to them immediately. Isn't there only one port? After a moment, okay, JJ says, if these allegations are true, we can prove that the free world was innocent, and if it's a lie, we lose our only ally. Many civilians will be killed. Okay. Alright, we have the deciding vote, so. I'm actually not sure how this save is gonna work, but. So this is, as the save name implies, this is a route split. So if we rescue the defector, it is essentially the nice route, and if we hand the defector over, then that is the not as nice route. Personally, like, so between one or two choices, right? So option one is maybe. It is basically we guarantee war with the syndicate, while maybe patching things up with the Federation. Option two is we maybe play nice with the syndicate while making it enemy out of the Navy. In both cases, you run the risk of the syndicate and the Federation working together. But personally, it makes more sense to play nicer with the Feds than it does to play nicer with the syndicate, simply because you would have to cross syndicate space to get to Fed space. So, I'll be playing Route 2 later, I guess, but for now, I'm going to take Route 1 as the canonical choice. A lot of lives hang in the balance. Yeah, I'm sure we rescued the defector. Okay. Cut to New Tibet. Alright. Illegal for 1 million. So every time I land, I'm going to lose 1 million credits. On one hand, a drop in the bucket. On the other hand, not very nice. Well, I mean, I don't think we actually need them anyway, but let's hold on to it for now. Oops. Boo, boo. Oh, you're just out of space? Alright. Not out of space now anymore, are you? There you go. There. Now everybody is up to the same level. Ooh. This sucks. This thing sucks. Not because it sucks as an outfit, but because it sucks for a different reason. Okay, that's good. That's good enough. All right, so we will need to go to New Tibet. All right, so we can swing up to Oblivion and go 1, 2, 3, 4 to Alioth. Delta Sagittarius has been captured. Rastaban's been captured. Or alternatively, we can swing south to Deep. But going north has the higher chance of violence, and therefore we will go there. Yeah, there's no ships around here. Yeah, okay. I kind of want to swing south just to take care of some of the marauders, but we got time. 11 Delta 9. Oh. Ugh. Way too much firepower. I wanted to try and cap it to see if the nerve gas is actually doing anything. Rally is dead. Yellow 9. Yeah. Montanok, Delta 10, Gamma 6. Stop showing up, Jesus. I think you would learn after the first 50 times. Okay, alright. I think we don't really need to take any more missions for this, but I will anyway. Hello. Oh god, I died. Yeah. Sometimes it's a little too much violence and a little too little battle awareness, I guess. So instead of getting mixed up in it, we would just run away. Oh god, stop shooting me! Ow, 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 ow. Ah, no. Oh. Well, thanks, Dreadnought. Jesus. I was wondering why that Dreadnought was, like, nearby but not attacking, but, you know. The reason is because, it's a, I forget the word. It's stupid. Brain sport. So we lost a Leviathan, a Manta, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, essentially all of our drones. 109. Wow. So yeah, it does seem to stack like that. Okay. Ouch. That's a Reaper Mordecai. Omen, shoot it please. Alright. And that's all there is. Okay, cool. My ship is very badly beaten, very badly tattered by that fight, but that's okay. We will keep going. Run away! Alright. That's a lot more straightforward. We're going. Serpent. Kaz the Second. Jean de Clisson. Mine. Oh, that was not really the smartest move. Because now not only do I not have the health, I also don't have the armor. Or the maneuverability. But it should be okay. Hello, boys. Please don't hurt me. Nice. Alright. Oh god. Damn it. Well, it was short-lived. Whatever. Yep. Basically, almost everything we picked up died. That's fine. Oh, speaking of which, I'm opening this window to check to see if everyone's here. Everyone who is not dead is here. Good. Let's land. 6 billion, yeah. Worth it. Definitely worth it. That was 18 million of just bounty. Doesn't take long to find the monastery that contacted you earlier, but nothing is left of it but burnt out shells of buildings. Yes, it's been 7 days. Lana look around for survivors, several corpses dressed in maroon robes, some badly burnt, but no sign of the defector or the monk. Let's wait and see. When you are about to give up hope, Freya spots the distant figures of a few dozen people coming down the side of one of the mountains. A scout ship with Republic markings, apparently unarmed. An Oathkeeper, Navy intelligence. Alright, let them land, and if they hint at powering up weapons, blow them out of the sky. Cool. And skids to a halt. Huh. Circular tattoo. Wing to you with a friendly grin. Well, if she wants to be friendly, let's be friendly back, right? I'm Captain Carling of the Free Worlds. What is your business here? My name is Raven. I'm here to question the defector. If he's telling the truth, our war with you will end today. And another war will begin. Yeah. I will question him alone on my ship. No, I insist on being present for your interrogation. If he has information that, you know, if there does exist information that, what's the word? That, acquits the free world, then it is imperative that more people know about it. Very well. The monks step aside. It's an oddly intimate scene, and the two of them quietly holding hands and locking eyes. Tell me your story. He is Sawyer. Is your first name Tom? I'm a physicist, a employee. We had a secret project on Mutiny, a planet in a pirate system. We were developing nuclear weapons. They told me it was fighting for pirates. I didn't realize otherwise until... That's a lie. They didn't tell me what the weapons were for, and I didn't ask. Yeah, like... I understand why he will wait so long to report this, because... you don't know, right? A, you don't know. B, if nobody else is talking. It's... like... there's a good reason why whistleblower protection is the thing. Why would the Syndicate attack the Republic? War is good for business if you're in the business of making weapons. The Syndicate's profits have more than doubled since this conflict began. That is true. For better or worse. Well, what led you to report this? It was when I heard that there had been another major battle. Up until then, I had been telling myself that the worst of the damage was done. But after that battle, I knew that millions more could die because of our crime, and I had the power to stop it. Do you, though? I mean, at this point, like, if the Syndicate realizes that the jig is up, there is really nothing stopping them from just, like, you know, indiscriminately nuking the front lines just because they can. I mean, either that or lose it, right? Who was involved, how the facility was hidden, where the raw materials came from. A questioner. Their methods were a bit more medieval. He is telling the truth. Send the world to the admirals at once and release the captive. Katya! Yay! Okay, spaceport. I think I have enough wanted pirates for now, but let's take some more. Spaceport. You feel Katya in on the state of the war. I mean, it's essentially been like 2 years since we've seen her. Relatively comfortable but totally isolated cell, in other words, house arrest. So she's not even sure what world it was on. Fair. From the fact that her questioner seemed to be increasingly frustrated about the free world, she knew that you were still managing to resist the Navy. Okay. Meet up with Raven, a small tea shop, close enough to the spaceport that the tables shake each time another free world capital ship arrives in response to the Syndicate attack. That's probably not, like... Given how heavy ships are, that's probably not that close. What questions do you have for me? Number 1, are you some sort of mind reader? The official term for us is empath. We have a heightened ability to absorb the emotional state of those around us. That, combined with extensive training, makes us better lie detectors than any. But... I mean, you told the guy that he lied and he immediately told you the truth. Like, that's a rarity in 2020, right? And I imagine it will be even more of a rarity in the year 3000 something. Then again, I mean, if the guy's a normal person, he'd, like, calling him out on a lie should be enough to get him to tell the truth, yes? Alright, so, what exactly is the job of Navy intelligence? I assume your real question is, why does the Navy intelligence exist at all, since the Republic already has a very powerful, well-funded, and nearly omniscient Department of Intelligence that exists independent of the Navy? Short answer is, we don't trust them, someone needs to watch the Watchers. I mean, sure. So who's watching you? What do we do now? Will Sawyer's evidence be enough to end this war? Possibly, especially because the Syndicate incriminated themselves by chasing after him. Syndicate has so much power in Parliament that the more evidence we can collect, the better. And that means we should visit the world where he said the development was done and look for more evidence there. Is Eyes? I think that's what he said. That's what he said his name was pronounced. Springborn still working for the Free Worlds. University on Winter, so okay. We need to go to Winter now. This is so much easier for me, since it's 3 jumps, while everybody else has to go the long way around. So we are now in ceasefire with the Federation ships, which you have to admit is a little weird. If only because, like, you know, there are 5 cruisers that have gone missing since this war started. Who are you and why are you following us? They're both dead. Damn it. Stop coming to us! Is that everyone? That's everyone. Yeah. He's small but bustling community with crowds of students, okay. It's been 2 years. You find Ai's office. He's a professor now. Nice. Hatia, you're free. We found the bombers. I stopped your fingerprints. I'll let them know I'll need a substitute for a while. Here's the deal. We need to get to Mutiny, destroy any Syndicate ships that are watching, and then land. Any questions? Won't they have destroyed any evidence long before we get there? Probably, but if they did any testing there, we should be able to pick up the residue. Or at least, my people will be able to, because they got military-grade Navy equipment. So do we, says Eyes. I'm sure there's a good story for how you got your hands on that equipment, but it can wait for another time. Yes, Captain Carling was very, very greedy. That's the story. Okay, so we need to go here. So, I am going to detour up to Asgard to get myself some more equipment. To finally outfit everyone with the heavy laser turrets that they so deserve. Well, I guess Epsilon Leonis can do it too, so let's do that instead. First though, I want to make a pit stop. And go to Smuggler's Den, I think. I want to see if, yeah. Increases the odds that a scan of your ship will fail to detect it. So here's the question. When it says it increases the odds, does it mean that, or rather, increases the odds that a scan will fail? Does this also translate to the penalty you take while you're on the ground? Let's get a few of these. We're not doing anything illegal. No way. Okay. Epsilon Leonis, here we come. Bye. Oops. Yeah, I'm not staying for that shit. Well, I'm glad to see that those interference plates work. Oi. Hi. Oh, I should not have destroyed them. Although this one was not my choice. Let's go up to Algieba. There's a better fuel scoop called a catalytic fuel scoop, and having that is very nice. Since it's it's just better. The is that it's huge. I need enough. I need like 400 units of fuel. 500, 200 for a jump, and 300 for the actual trip. There we go. Oh, okay. Or just 450. That works too. Okay. We will round off this episode with a nice, rousing episode of, Actually, no, I don't have to. Like, the upgrade doesn't have to be done on video, because I have to rename some things too. Hey guys, there's a massive fleet belonging to your former enemies parked right over your planet. Hope you're not too worried. Maybe it worked. I don't know. All right. Well, actually, I want to go test something first. Hang on. Yeah. Nope. Never mind. I was hoping to get my hands on like their nice looking blue beams, but guess that's not really gonna be not gonna be happening. Okay. All right. So I think that does it for now. Probably sell some ships. You two are nice, but you're not useful at all. Okay, yeah, I'll do that offline. I'll do that off screen. Okay. The war is over. Thanks to literally one person and evidence as contributed by one person cooperated by a very, very good investigator. I guess the other path will be more interesting, since it's like, if you consider the amount of vested interest that would go on into this conflict, having a source of evidence, especially, you know, considering how information manipulation works, you know, how you can play off the difference in intelligence between Navy intelligence and the Watcher people. Like, you can play off their relationship as having a rivalry, and thus, you know, reduce the impact of your Watchers simply by doing that. And if the Navy is as large scale and as ubiquitous to life as they are, then I would imagine that people will be more likely to believe a branch of the Navy than these supposed, you know, supernatural Watchers. Well, that said, the war is now over, which is a good thing. It's always a good thing. All right, so next time, the Carling fleet will be refitted. Like, I like the... Well, I'll figure out what I want to do with the ships, but at the absolute bare minimum, everybody gets lasers. That is the absolute requirement of being a fleet, of being a Carling fleet. You get lasers and you like it. All right. Well, that's that for now. Later.